So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Patriots, Gatriots, Thatriots.
Caw-caw!
Do another one.
Caw-caw, caw-caw!
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's 2025 right there.
2025 energy.
Pumps, what have you had it with?
Okay, what I've had it with, and it's already fucking started, and I know I bitch about this constantly, and I'm like a broken record, but we're already forcing Valentine's Day down people's neck. I mean, we just got done with Christmas and the first of the year. Now it's just that Valentine's candy and plan your Galentine's Day and all that. It's like, can we breathe? Can we just breathe for 1 second without capitalism just constantly preying upon us to buy shit we don't need?
Okay. A couple of things. Number one, I do like the candy, so I don't have a problem with that. Little sweethearts, not the ones that are chalky, but like the sweetheart brand ones. My mouth, that's like Pavlov's dog. It's kind of watering right now thinking about them. But I agree with you. Here's my problem with Valentine's Day. I've had it with Valentine's Day.
I agree.
I think it is the most overrated, stupid holiday. To think about all of the people that go out and you're just trying to get this just because somebody made this day.
Completely commercial.
But I want to get back to something you said, Galentine.
Yeah. Lots of Galentines out there. But I'm single, so that's...
Are people reaching out to you to do Galentine?
No, fuck no. My friends know that. I mean, we're past that, but I just see it on my feed all the time. Like, start planning for Galentine's Day. What are you going to get your Galentine?
So a Galentine is where you get your girlfriend, non-lesbian,
romantic,
scissoring.
Non-scissoring.
Okay. Platonic. So we could be Galentines.
Yes, we could have Galentines. We could make dinner reservations. I could send you flowers from your Galentine.
If you ever,
I
swear, we cannot have that friendship.
No.
I cannot have any part of any sort of Galentine. Furthermore, I think if as a couple, you put this huge emphasis on something like Valentine's Day or an anniversary, there is a performative nature to that. There is the day in, day out that is so much more important, that means so much more, that's so much more stabilizing for a relationship. I think like the overdoing of anniversaries and the overdoing of Valentine's Day, to me, is a red flag that relationship is going to end.
Here's how I rank it. I think that the biggest red flag in a marriage, I mean, the biggest, bar none, is a vow renewal. I think that's number one.
Okay.
Like, I know immediately within 5 years you're going to be divorced. Like, it's not even close. Some bad shit has happened.
I love this list. Okay.
You're trying to, overcompensate,
totally.
do a do-over.
Rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic.
Right. And I've done it.
Okay.
I mean, not the renewal, but the deck chair.
All right, let's get on to number 2.
2 is a big, huge production at Valentine's Day.
Wait. Is the Valentine production or a tattoo? Number 2.
Ooh, I haven't thought about a tattoo.
Kylie, start writing all this stuff down. Number 1, vow renewal. Number 2, is it
the name or like
tattoo,
the ring?
like your anniversary date or some reference to one another, some reference that you're tattooing your relationship with this other person on your body. I think that goes as number 2 over the Valentine's Day, the tattoo.
See, it's hard for me to judge that because I'm so out of the tattoo sphere. Like, I have commitment issues to begin with, so there's no fucking way I could commit to a tattoo forever.
I knew this girl once. I still know her, and she's divorced. But the guy that she was married to, whom she had a child with, she tattooed his name right above the triangle of her vagine hair.
Okay, that's a red flag. That has got to be a red flag.
Would you say that that's number 2 or number 3? The tattoos. I'm putting tattoos at number 2.
If we put you're putting it on your ass, like Josh's ass only, something like that. Like, that's a huge
let me just say this.
Narrow it for me.
If I walked in here tomorrow and I put JTW, Josh's initials, if I had them tattooed on my body, what would you think?
I think that ship's sinking. I would, because I would just be like, why now?
All right.
What's happening now?
Let me ask you this. So Valentine's Day's coming up and I say, oh, I'm really, going to get Josh a really good gift, and I've made reservations for Valentine's this year. Which one do you consider more dire? The tattoo with Josh's initials or the all chips in on Valentine's Day?
Well, now you've backed me into a corner.
Answer it.
Of course it would be the tattoo. If you just strolled in here with a new Josh Welch tattoo somewhere on your body, I would
let's
be
get
like,
to our list.
Something is wrong.
Let's get to our list. Number one.
Number one is the vow renewal.
Number two, tattoos.
Tattoos.
Number three.
Situationally.
Number three.
A big, huge production at Valentine's. Now, I'm not talking about a nice gift. I think everybody should get a nice gift. But I'm talking about, we're planning a trip for Valentine's Day. We're going on a trip, a party, an overproduction at dinner. Those things tell me, oh, okay, something to go up higher on the list, maybe even higher than the Valentine's Day production. The communicating on the internet, like a post, like if I open up my phone on February 14th and there is a 3-paragraph ode to Josh Welch and how wonderful he is and how much you love him, I immediately know something's up. I immediately know.
I agree. I think that is right up there splitting hairs with vow renewal.
See, I'm just going to always give the vow renewal the edge because
vow renewal gets the edge.
It's got to.
Number two would be the over effusive, I love my man, I love my woman Valentine's Day post that you post for everybody to see.
Right.
Number three, tattoo. Number four, over celebrating of Valentine's Day / anniversary. Like, let's say this. Let's say it's your 6th year anniversary. Number one, that's not that big of an accomplishment.
Right.
Number two, 6 isn't that great of a number.
Quit special.
You know what I mean? Like if you get to 20, for sure. Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's
25, sure. I'm down. 8, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody cares.
All right. Let me tell you what I've had it with.
What?
Christian talk.
Like a TikTok for Christians?
There's this whole algorithm with all these stupid white evangelical Christians that do all this stupid shit on the internet. And people know how much it irritates me.
Right.
And I'm talking about Kylie and I'm talking about our other producer, Seth. They know how much this shit irritates me. I'm also talking about all the cult members in Patreon.
Right.
They send me this shit. They DM it to me. And I take the bait and I open it. And then when I go to my page, that not like the people I follow, but the curated little page that Instagram does for you. Yes, with the little magnifying glass. I like for it to have travel, French bulldogs, interior design, and tennis.
That's it.
I start seeing this peeping in of evangelical megachurch bullshit Christianity on there, and I have had it. For fuck's sake. If you believe in all that shit, swing for the fences. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see it. Quit trying to recruit people. Quit trying to convert people. I've absolutely had it up to my eyeballs with evangelical Christianity. It is a cancer and it drives me bananas.
Yeah, that has been a problem for you for a long time, that the algorithm being screwed up, because we might talk about it and then your phone picks it up and then it's everywhere. But I have to say, you know what my biggest problem with all that when I see that is? I think it's satire. Like it's true. I mean, I'm just like, this isn't real. Nobody would do this and put it on the internet.
Oh, they do.
And then you tell me it's real. And I'm just like, what in the literal fuck is happening? I'm just blown away by it.
Well, I read an article that churches are having a very difficult time keeping the doors open because business is not booming. It is decreasing. The largest growing religious group in the United States are the nuns, like no religion at all. And so you have all of these huge, mega churches, and a part of their business model, it's a total racket, it's a total pyramid scheme, is to recruit other people. And they feel like that is a part of their mission, that they've got to recruit other people, not be a good person. Just recruit other people. And when I see these young kids that should be out being 20 years old, 18 years old, you should be having sex.
Right.
You should be smoking some weed. 80% of your life, you should do the right thing. But that 20%, those bad choices you make those. That's a part of growth.
Right.
That's a part of learning. That's a part of self-discovery. The fact that these morons get on the internet and talk about saving themselves and saving their virginity is such a disservice to every single human being on this earth. And I just cannot stand that content. I can't stand that culture. I hate megachurch culture. Evangelical Christianity is a cult. It drives me fucking bananas. The architecture, I just want to remind everybody, is some of the worst this country has to offer. The pastors are so fake and so gross. I'm looking at you, Craig Rochelle of Life Church. It is disgusting. And I think it's such a grift. And I think it ruins so many people. And then on the other side of it, they have to go to all of this therapy to get deprogrammed. And I've just had it up to my eyeballs with the Evangelical Christian movement.
I cannot disagree with anything you just said. The only thing that I take slight issue with is it is galling to me that these churches that have been grifting and bilking people for years and years and years, who by all accounts, when you look at net worth of Mormons, Catholics, Southern Baptist, whatever you want to look at, if it's disclosed, it is an astronomical amount of money. So for them to be bitching about not getting new money, why don't you spend some of the money you've been collecting for the last 50 years? I mean, it goes all through me with your tax exempt status.
It is such a racket. And I am so grateful that people are finally waking up to what a racket evangelical Christianity is. It is a pyramid scheme. It is a grift of the highest of high orders. And the people that subscribe to this faith think that they have Christian exceptionalism, that God favors them over other people. They tend to be homophobic, racist, pieces of shit, Trumpers. And I've had it up to my eyeballs. And let me tell you something, listener. I'm going to keep bringing that energy in 2025 in Trump's America. That brings me to, well, first of all, welcome to I've Had It. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Angie.
We received something in the mail. First of all, I just want to say we receive a lot of stuff in the mail. A lot of you take the time to send us cards and gifts, and I just want all of you to know that we receive them and we love them and we have them in the studio. And it means so much because as we speak into these microphones, sometimes we think, hello, is this thing on? Is anybody there? Are you listening? And to know that you took time out of your day to send us something special means the world. But we received something that I think is incredibly important with a letter that I'm going to read for everybody now. It says, hello, Jennifer, Pumps, and Kylie. I've been a diehard listener of I've Had It and iHip News for a long time now. I love the podcast. I'm like a rat on crack that can't get enough of your fuck you raining and raving over all grievances, petty, massive, and everything in between. I especially enjoy Jennifer's absolute rage rants against all Republican titty babies. Nothing brings me more joy than when you call out Trump, President Musk, Moses Mike, and the entire clown car of right-wing assholes and ass kissers. You have a true gift for articulating so well the deep corruption and jet stream of bullshit spews by the right. I listen with complete rapt attention every time you speak. It just blows my mind that half of the electorate voted for a dumb as fuck, pathological liar, rapist, convicted felon, insurrectionist with a teeny weeny diseased brain and bad hair and makeup. Your podcast will definitely help me get through the next 4 years of the fucking crazy shit show coming our way. Like Pumps, I am a 50-something single chick that has not had sex in well over 9,000 days.
Oh, wow. So I knew I liked her.
Only difference is that I never married or had kids, so my life is completely unfettered. I have my freedom, autonomy, and independence. And Pumps, I know that you now embrace that too. You're an inspiration to the tribe of mature single ladies with cobwebs between their meat curtains. Thanks for representing us and keeping up the good work. I'm an amateur artist and was inspired to create this painting for you that depicts my interpretation of the blue winged hawk. That's our bird. I'd forgot.
We have a mascot.
The blue winged hawk. I think that my version of this majestic creature captures the true essence of the patriots, gaytriots, and theytriots that make up the iHip realm. I hope you like it. I had so much fun painting it. Keep on fighting the good fight. I will be here listening, ranting, raving, laughing, and crying with you every day. Thank you. Alyssa.
Love that. What a great letter.
For our YouTube viewers, you can see now the blue winged hawk. This is our bird.
Let me see.
Look at how well he goes with the set.
I absolutely love that. And it's perfect with the set. She's a good artist.
Look at the majestic wings.
We have to hold
And so,
that up.
listener, you will have to check it out. It's a beautiful, majestic from Alyssa. And there's just one part of this letter I just want to read one more time. Like pumps, I'm a mid-50-something single chick. I just impressed that she didn't think I was 50.
That's what you took.
That's my takeaway. Okay.
Oh,
Kylie, what's going on the internet?
I've got some reviews for you guys today.
Excellent.
I also just want to know, every time you list your biggest red flags in a relationship, I just look down and check, 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 check.
You have all of them?
Well, I haven't been around long enough to do vow renewal yet.
But don't you think there's
I'll
a
get to
lot
that
of gay
one.
exceptions in there? The vow renewal, there's no exception to that.
I
Full
haven't-
stop.
Let me ask you this. Do you think lesbians have, because of the double estrogen, do you think there's more of a propensity to do all of those things?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no man that... I just think it's more inherent for women to want to do bigger romantic...
Let me tell you this. You would think that, but Josh tattooed my middle name on his arm. I have zero tattoos, and I would never... I love Josh. He's the father of my 2 children. I would never fucking tattoo anything to do with him on my body.
I have matching anniversary date tattoos with Anna. We have each other's initials. We've also given each other tattoos.
What's going to happen if you break up? Like, what do you do with the tattoo then? You're stuck with it. It goes into your next relationship. Like, you've got a problem now that you create. It's totally self-created problem.
I've had a cover up done before from a past relationship.
Whoa.
So you're a
Stop.
serial...
You have a tattoo from your first relationship?
So you're like straight out of central casting to prove our point.
Yeah, it was an initial, and I got it changed into something else.
So are you
the initiator?
Are you the initiator of all this shit?
No, it's usually mutual.
Look at that face with that dimple pointing out. I think it's her.
I think it's you.
I think it's you.
Listener, this may come as a total shock to you, but Pumps and I have not always been this pulled together and rock solid. In fact, we used to be rather screwed up, wouldn't you say, Pumps?
I would say damn near psychotic.
Totally. And we have written a cell phone expose. One could even say it's a manifesto. And the book title is
Life is a Lazy Susan of Shit Sandwiches.
In all sincerity, we share a lot of our struggles that led us to this grand stage where we can talk about petty grievances. You can click the link below in the show notes to pre-order your copy now. Homes.com knows that when it comes to home shopping, it's never just about the house or condo. It's about the home. And what makes a home is more than just the house or property. It's the location and neighborhood. If you have kids, it's also schools, nearby parks, and transportation options. That's why Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth information they need to find the right home. And when I say in-depth, I'm talking deep. Each listing features comprehensive information about the neighborhood, complete with a video guide. They also have details about schools with test scores, state rankings, and student-to-teacher ratio. They even have an agent directory with the sales history of each agent. So, when it comes to finding a home, not just a house, this is everything you need to know, all in one place. Homes.com. We've done your homework. Listener, I want you to imagine the heaviest, biggest, prickly mountain on the planet, and then thinking about Pumps and I moving it, because that's what we would do for our dogs. That's why we both love and use Chewy every single day to ensure that our little darlings, our little smush-faced French bulldogs, have everything they need at all times delivered to our front door.
My favorite part about Chewy, obviously my dog loves the food, but my favorite part is the 24/7 customer service, because my dog likes to have crises at 6 a.m. So it is so nice to be able to get somebody on the phone to talk about the issue. And he loves the toys.
Well, and yeah, your dog is totally a drama queen.
Yes.
All right. And I also like Chewy's auto ship feature. And what I like about this so much is we're so busy filming these podcasts for you guys all the time. I have this auto ship thing and I'm thinking, God, I'm running out of dog food. I'm running out of the toys. I'm running out of the Chewies. And next thing I know, I pull up from the studio and there's my big Chewy box on the front porch. And my dogs think, God, I have the best mother ever. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/hadit. That's chewy.com/hadit to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. Chewy.com/hadit. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. Please see site for details.
Okay, I've got a couple reviews for you. This one is titled, I Love to Complain, 5 stars, from Maureen. Jessica, meat curtains, and Kathy are the best part of my morning commute. I start almost every day pumping my veins with miserable, petty complaints, and I believe it fuels me. I myself am always annoyed in public and think most people are stupid and inconsiderate. These oldies make me feel less alone. I'm only 25, so when I'm ancient like the hosts, I know for a fact I will be just as miserable. Looking forward to it.
You know,
She lumped you into old.
she did. And I mean, from a 25-year-old's perspective.
Oh, we are ancient.
But I am always so surprised at how young a lot of our listeners are.
I am too. And it always makes me like kind of feel really good inside. Like a real, like, that makes me happy.
Do you feel cool? Does it make you feel a little
You know
cool?
what? I maybe do feel a little bit cool.
A little
Like
relevant?
Like a 25-year-old out there thinks that what I have to say is funny, because the feedback I get from the 20-somethings at my house is you're the dumbest fucking person on the planet and such a bore. So it's nice to have that.
Right. Okay.
Okay, do you guys want to do some voice memos today?
Yes.
My favorite.
Okay, up first, we've got Corey.
Hello, ladies. This is your favorite homosexual that lives in Oklahoma and flew to Seattle to see you guys.
I know exactly.
And here's my latest grievance. I have had it with the phrase, they say. Let me give you an example. They say we're going to get bad weather. Who the fuck is they? Are you talking about your neighbor telling you that we're getting bad weather? Or are you talking about the meteorologist? They say we should get 8 hours of sleep. Who the fuck is they? Is this your friend? Is this a doctor? Is this a health expert? Who the fuck is they? Please be specific on who you're talking about. At any point during the day, I always, whether it's a cashier or a friend or family member, someone always says, they said, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I need to know who is telling you this bullshit of lies.
That is a great one. We have it. I don't remember us talking about that, but that is so true. It's like, you know, the Donald Trump thing. Well, everybody says. Name me 5 people. Who is they?
I have an idea.
Great question. What?
We should be they.
We're the they.
We should be they. So, listener, when you go out, you can say, they say that having a tattoo on your arm of your husband, you're going to get divorced.
Right.
Who is they? Everybody knows except for you.
Everybody knows. It's just you that doesn't
I think
know.
we should be they.
I like that. I think that's a great grievance.
He's so right. And I do remember you.
I do too.
We flew out to do our show in Seattle, and he was flying out to see our show in Seattle, and he was on both flights. And that was so sweet of him to travel that far.
was.
But he's 100% correct. And where they abuse is peak is Facebook.
Right. I mean, any social media, but particularly on Facebook.
Which now they're removing fact checking from Facebook. So people
That's
are
what we
just
need.
going to get dumber and more conspiracy prone than ever before. And I would also just like to say, I've had it with Zuckerberg.
Talk about performative coupling. Do you remember recently or within the last 6 months or a year, you know, it's hard to tell, that Mark Zuckerberg in his backyard had like a big statue made of his wife? And there's a picture of her in front of it. And I just thought, somebody's fucking around there.
Fortunately, I did not see that.
Yeah, it was weird. It was big.
These oligarchs, these tech bros are fucking weird. They're weirdos that suck off all of us to become billionaires. They want zero accountability. They don't pay their workers well. They're consolidating too much power and have had it.
Okay, up next we've got Angelina.
Hello, Blessica and Pumps, the matron saint of the meat curtains. I'm calling in today with both of a had it and also someone who I would like to just honor in the permanent record. I was at the airport, the site of many of our shared grievances, a couple days ago. It was not even 5 in the morning yet. We're talking maybe 4:45, 4:50. We're in the TSA pre-check line. Let me clarify, pre-check, where the government is supposed to have background check these people and make sure they're not psychos. Apparently they didn't do a good enough job because this woman in front of me in the TSA pre-check line had her driver's license, her ID, in a little wallet of sorts with a clear side so you could see the ID, is holding the wallet in her mouth, in between her teeth, with part of the wallet sitting like in her tongue, proceeds to get up to the TSA agent, who then asks to see an ID, takes the wallet out of her mouth, grabs it by the dry side, and hands him the wet side as if he's going to grab her wet wallet with her spit, her saliva on it, and use that to look at her ID that's inside the clear case. And I'm just sitting there thinking, how disgusting. Well, then the TSA agent looks at her and goes, "That's nasty." And you could tell this woman had never had someone say no to her in her entire life, because she was just kind of like, what did you say? And he goes, "That's nasty. Take it out." And the woman was so taken aback. It was amazing. So I would like to please find that TSA agent. Please give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, Medal of Valor, whatever. He deserves a commendation, because that is just fine work. The government failed by letting her pass the background check for pre-check, but he made it up. Thank you very much to him.
That's a great story.
I cannot believe that.
The white entitlement it's so gross. It's so gross the way people get treated that have to work in conditions like the airport.
Yeah. Well, and also I think anything in the morning is just, I mean, like, I'm a morning person, but I've noticed being on airplanes and in airports, in lines at airports, early in the morning, I just feel like there's just a kind of a little bit of a stronger odor than you would normally smell. So I immediately am picturing like the morning breath on that wallet. It's fucking gross. I love the guy said that. That's
it's
nasty.
It's gross. All right, Kylie, who's next?
Okay, up next we've got Jacob.
Good morning to the cast and crew of the I've Had It podcast. This is Jacob reporting to you live from Fresno, California. And I'm here to share with you that as an ex-Christian and as one of the girls, I am tired of Jesus jams so early in the morning. And what I mean by that is, we all know the song Oceans. We've all heard it, even if we don't know what it is. And I'm tired of waking up tired, knowing that I have to go to work and push through another day of being nice to people. And my one escape is TikTok. And I have to watch your inspirational quote or your inspirational video with the song Oceans underneath it. Not everything needs to be a Jesus jam. Or, for example, when I'm going out in the morning to get my mail because my Wicked Barbie has arrived, I don't want to hear you blasting music, Jesus jams while you're walking. Put your headphones in. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Anyways, I've had it with that. Love you all. Bye.
We get a lot of businesses that have the Christian rock playing 24/7.
I do not go to those stores. If I go to a store and they are forcing Christianity via their audiovisual system on their customers, I tuck and roll out. I do not make a purchase there. I will not shop there. I will have nothing to do with it. This is unique to evangelicals. There are normal Episcopalians,
right? Catholics.
There are Catholics, there are Methodists that do not have this weird, codependent, toxic desire to recruit everybody nonstop. And it is a very narcissistic religion where the people that are in it think that God loves them and favors them more than everybody else on the planet. And I will not frequent a business that plays Bible thumper music. I'm out. You're not getting my money. No.
Okay, I want to dive into another thing. I completely agree with them. Who is walking through the neighborhood without their headphones, playing their music? That's fucking weird. Don't you think?
I mean, honestly, out of all the shit that I hear that people do, that doesn't alarm me that much, because we've talked about people listening to shit on their speaker, all this stuff. Some of that to me is just par for the course in Trump's America, but it takes a lot to shock me these days.
You're shock-proof.
This episode is sponsored by Ro. Listener, do you want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the list price? Ro's got you. Pumps, tell the listener about your experience with Ro.
I have had a fabulous experience with Ro because you do not have to go to the doctor. The medication comes to your house at a deeply discounted price. You can ask questions the whole time you're on it. Ro is available to help you through every single day with your GLP-1.
Listener, Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss vials for half the list price of auto-injector pens without applying insurance or savings cards, with the results you can see faster. If you're prescribed, lose 15% of your weight on average in a year. All you have to do is go to ro.co/hadit to see if you qualify. That's ro.co/hadit. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. 15% weight loss is based on a study in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight with a weight-related condition on 5 milligrams of medication when paired with diet and exercise. Half the list price when compared to auto-injector pens and when paying cash without applying insurance or savings cards. You know, Pumps, before you start a business, it can get so overwhelming with all of the things in your mind, like how do I organize all of my customers in one place? How do I organize the income? How do I organize the shipping, the receiving, etc.? And then you discover Shopify. No matter how big or small your idea is, Shopify makes it a reality.
Shopify is the best friend of a business, big or small. We have had such good luck with the podcast, with the shipping and selling of merch. It has been a hand-in-glove operation.
Listener, the best time to start your new business is right now. Shopify makes it simple to create your brand, open for business, and get your first sell. Established in 2025 has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/hadit, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/hadit to start selling with Shopify today. Shopify.com/hadit.
Okay, up next we've got Cutter.
Hello, Jennifer and Pumps. My name is Cutter, like the scissors. I have had it with people bringing in their 98-year-old parents into restaurants. They don't need to leave bed. They're too old. You know that. They come in, I'm like ready to take everyone's order. They're like, Dad, have you looked at that menu yet? Dad, do you know what you're getting? He's not even conscious. He literally can't answer. He's not conscious. I'm like, okay, well, while you figure out how to speak with the dead, I'm going to go check out my other tables. Be right back. Like, what are we doing? Then finally they get him to respond, and he's like, gumbo! And I'm like, would you like a cup or a bowl, sir? Is he talking to me? I'm getting you a cup. Like, fuck you. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing any of this. Good luck. I hope he likes it. Bye-bye. Anyway, I've had it.
That's another thankless job that has to deal with the general public, is a wait person.
Oh.
I mean, it's the worst we've been at. It's the worst. But this is interesting that Ketter brings this up right now, because I just got back from a trip and I'm in the airport and I see these 700-year-old people that have 27 hearing aids, 45 walkers attached to a wheelchair. I'm guessing like old as fuck. And I just turned to my kids and said, guys, when I am in that state, don't take me anywhere. Don't take me to the airport. Don't take me to a restaurant. Just leave me at home. There's nowhere I want to go in that state of affairs. So that's funny that it happened. We got that voicemail today.
Yeah, you know, I mean, people are living longer and longer, and it's, you know, we get to where, you know, everybody's been the asshole toddler.
Right.
And something we don't really talk about a lot is there's asshole old people.
A lot.
And oftentimes they're rude, not nice, and they've had it, and they've earned the right to be cranky. I get it. But, you know, it's kind of like, for me personally, I don't really want to be around people at the beginning of their lives or at the end.
Right. There's a sweet spot.
I guess I'm ageist.
Yeah, I probably am too, because I think 85, that's a good run.
I mean, 85 is so different. It's so subjective. You have to take it all on a case by case
Right. Like if I'm perfectly
basis.
healthy and
Bernie
all that.
Sanders is, sharp as a tack,
Right.
tons of energy. Dipshit Donald Trump has a ton of energy. And so it's different, for it's a kind of a case by case basis. But I get where he's going, but I feel bad. I mean, it's obviously horrible to grow older, but I think when it comes to toddlers and older people, the best way to have empathy and love for them is when you have a shared DNA.
Oh, of course.
And then outside of that, it becomes increasingly difficult.
And I think both toddlers and super old people shouldn't be at restaurants. That's just me. And airports.
Okay, up next we've got Luke.
Hey moms, this is Luke. So what I have fucking had it with recently is when someone will text you, and it can even be like, a good friend or someone you genuinely like, but someone will text you and they'll say, hey, what are you doing on Saturday? I don't know how to answer that because it really depends on what bullshit they're about to ask me to do. If they're wanting me to go get brunch and, drink our weight in mimosas and stumble home and take an afternoon nap, I'm free that day. Like that sounds amazing. But if you're wanting me to, I don't know, take you to the airport or help you move or hang out with your child or stay up past like 8 or 9 p.m. out of the house. No. I am very busy that day. I'm sorry. I just checked my schedule. It's too packed. It's ridiculous that I have to even come up with these lies. And especially when I don't know what you're wanting me to do. So I have fucking had it with that. And I hope people stop doing that. Okay. Love ya. Bye.
It's a trap. Mm-hmm. What are you doing Saturday is a fucking trap every time. If they have something fun for you to do, they'll say, hey, do you want to go to brunch on Sunday? But I think that's a trap every time.
It's always a trap. And my response when somebody does this is why? I flip the script. What are you doing Saturday? My response is why?
Right.
Why question mark? That's how I respond to it because let's cut through this bullshit. Let's get straight to the nut cutting because I want to know exactly what it is you want from me. And furthermore, it's not your business what I'm doing on Saturday. Like I don't just randomly text people and say, what are you doing on Saturday? I'm more direct. It's passive aggressive texting. It's bullshit. And people just need to be more direct.
I completely agree.
Okay, up next we've got KB.
Hello. I know you've talked about bathrooms and bathroom etiquette and everything under the sun. So if you've already talked about this, I'll go fuck myself. But this just happened to me, so I had to bitch about it. I have had it with people who are standing behind you in a bathroom line at a public bathroom and all the stalls are full, and for whatever reason they peek around you to check as if they think you're an idiot and you're just standing there and there's a bunch of stalls open. And I literally this happened. This woman is just gaping around me in a bathroom. And I wanted to just say, bitch, stop.
I 100% do this.
I do that. I was just thinking, guilty as charged.
I do it. She's 100% right. It's annoying, etc. But I always think, did this person do a thorough check?
Did they miss something?
Did they thoroughly check under each and every single one of these? Do we 100% know that there is not one hole available? I need to know that. So I always do a little looky-loo. I'm always doing I'm right behind you. I'm doing a little checking your work.
Yeah, I am guilty.
Oftentimes, too, when I do my little check, I find
there's an open spot.
There's an open spot.
Yeah.
Then I go and push the door and I'm like, you were ahead of me, but this was open. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, no, I do that too. And I do think she has more trust in the general public than I do.
Right. And she's nicer and probably,
Gracious.
probably a lot more likable
100%.
than we are. She's probably a lot more attractive than we are.
Younger,
she
for sure.
has a lot more serenity, a lower resting heart rate. I think there's probably better genetics, a lot of things that this woman has that we don't, that she can have that style of grievance. I can't relate to it because I'm the person with whom she's had it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I did kind of on the bathroom line thing. I was standing in line for the bathroom and this woman, I was like, same thing, checking the work. I was going to go in and the woman in front of me goes, there's a situation in there you don't want to go. And I was just like, I appreciate her so much. She spared me. I just loved it. I thought that's looking out for your neighbor.
That's good.
Okay, do you want one more?
One more.
The last one is from Liz.
Hey, Jen and Pumps. It's Liz from Pittsburgh. You know what I fucking had it with? People who just mindlessly whistle in their day. I manage a children's store, and somebody came in, a customer, and when I tell you this man mindlessly whistled for the entire 20 minutes he was in the store, I almost lost my mind. Like this. Mind you, the store's not that big, so I almost lost my mind. Fucking had it.
That is so annoying.
Oh my gosh. That is just so annoying.
I'm just going to say, I don't like whistlers, hummers. I don't like it. People that are like humming when you're shopping and you pass by them and they're humming. I always want to look at them and go, shut the fuck up and quit humming.
Right. And it's more of like a nervous, I don't know if it's like a nervous thing or is it like attention seeking? Like the whistling is just the humming, all of it. Keep your noises to yourself. When you're at home, whistle while you work all day long. I'm all in, but not in public.
I just think that there's two ways to look at this. I don't know if this is grandstanding or showboating, which is what I want it to be.
Right.
So that I can really, really sink my teeth into the grievance of this. But it also could be this. It also could be that person's happy. Just feels like humming. And we always go back to, we're the assholes.
Yeah.
And so, that's, to me, probably more likely. Now, the whistler, that shit, like that guy, he needed to be slapped across the face.
100%.
This is where, if we were to have social referees or social umpires, they have a whistle, they can write citations, et cetera, et cetera. I think you also get a SWAT. Remember when we were in grade school, kids would get sent to the office and get a SWAT, they get paddled. This is where I think it's just a slap across the face. Like, listen up, motherfucker. Nobody wants to hear your whistling. Nobody thinks it's cute, neat, or fun. You're going to get slapped across the face.
Yeah, continue to do this. And I also think this is not the first time he's walked into a place whistling. Where is the person he's buying the baby gift for to say, don't fucking whistle all the time. Nobody likes it.
I think the thing is, of what we've learned is people that do fucked up shit are surrounded by fucked up enablers.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why they continue to do this, because nobody ever checks them.
Yeah. Yeah. I that's a huge problem. We're seeing it on a macro level.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that all we have for today, Kylie?
Yep.
Okay, Pumps, tell them.
We will see you next Tuesday and Thursday.
I've had it with. Let's hear it. I've had it with that. Listen up, patriots, gaytriots, and natriots. We have a new podcast that has dropped. It's called iHip News. It's Monday through Friday, every day, 15 to 20-minute hot takes on the political landscape of the United States of America, always served with a side of petty grievances.
We are on all the available platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever you get your podcasts, and YouTube.
Please go rate, subscribe, and review so that we will chart upwards with America's greatest legal mind. Pumps, what does an eagle say?
Caw-caw.
A little bit more enthusiasm.
Caw-caw.
That's it. That's
caw-caw.
That's the patriotism that this country needs right there.